Hulk Hogan died, and his legacy may be complicated for some and pretty clear-cut for others. A few of the hits: he was on tape saying the N-word multiple times when talking about his daughter Brooke dating a black person, and even said, and I quote, "I'd rather, if Brooke was going to F some N-word, I'd rather have her marry an 8-foot tall N-word worth $100 million like a basketball player. Guess we're all a little racist." When it comes to the wrestlers, Bret Hitman Hart said that Hulk Hogan viewed him and others just as backup players in the entire game of wrestling. When The Undertaker was young, he tombstoned Hulk Hogan. Hulk played up the neck injury and even went and cried to Vince that The Undertaker hurt his neck. Other wrestlers came up to The Undertaker after they watched it back and said his head was nowhere near the mat. That's when The Undertaker said, "Okay, I know what you're all about." Jesse the Body Ventura learned in grand jury testimony when Vince McMahon was giving his testimony that Hulk Hogan ratted out Ventura to McMahon that he was going to try and unionize the fighters. He is literally crossing the picket line. On top of this, the Macho Man Randy Savage called him disrespectful. The Ultimate Warrior said, and I quote, "You know that I know that when you think about the wrestling world, in your mind there was only room for one Terry Bollea and nobody else. You have a long-running reputation for being a liar and a fraud and a phony." Mick Foley called Hulk Hogan cruel for how his body looks because he said that Mick never trained. "Nothing against Mick Foley," is what Hogan said. "I didn't have to prostitute my body and throw myself, over the coals into the fire in the glass to make $1. I've decided to train and go another way," which is horrendous to state. He also used Peter Thiel and his money, where Thiel is practically running the country along with the other oligarchs, to have their Manchurian candidate in Trump, but mainly also bankroll someone like J.D. Vance. The only reason that he reached the Senate and the VP position is because of Peter Thiel's money. So Hulk Hogan used Peter Thiel's money as a defense to sue Gawker over the sex tape that leaked. He won about $30 million plus. Mother Jones even said, "Vance, Trump, and Hogan are vehicles of his ideological ambitions. And when you invest early like Thiel did with Vance, you can receive unthinkable awards." There were allegations of racism via one influencer saying she was fired because she was black with the Great American Beer Company, and he threatened to assault Kamala Harris, also playing up the trope of "is she Indian, is she black," when we already heard that song and dance from Donald John Trump. So when it comes to Hulk Hogan, a star wrestler, there's no doubt about it, but a legacy that is murky, and that's putting it lightly.